Hey biscuits, welcome back to a Spooktober on the Hosmity. So I thought, hey, this is spooky time of year. People are feeling a lot of stress. Everybody's super uncertain. For a lot of people, trick-or-treating's canceled, and that can be a big trigger for feeling like normalcy isn't back in place, or for just triggering other concerns, because sometimes it's small things in life that trigger our biggest reactions. So I thought I would talk about some cheap hacks I have found for reducing anxiety and lowering stress in our lives, because sometimes we talk about like self-care and anxiety relief, it's always very high-handed and super expensive or very time-consuming, and it's hard for busy parents on a budget to find room in their lives to reduce their anxiety, right? It can feel a little impossible. So first thing is essential oils. Now this isn't for everybody. Some people have reactions to it. Some people are triggered by smells. Some people have natural allergies. But for a lot of folks, aromatherapy is going to work wonders. So a little bit of frankincense or a little bit of lavender oil around your bed at night on your pillow, or mixed into a lotion that you then apply at nighttime, or whenever kind of your peak anxiety happens. That can be as cheap as like, $6 to $10 for an oil that'll last you months. And so that's a really inexpensive way that's very natural, that's very easy to just help calm and relax you. You don't need to take any drugs. Don't ever ingest essential oils, right? And never put raw essential oils on your skin. You always need to dilute it with something, with a carrier, so with oil or with lotion, because it can burn your skin. It can be rough. You can put a little spray bottle and sprinkle it on your pillows before bed, so that you just have something during those peak moments. And for a lot of people, that's the evening, where anxiety kind of sparks up unexpectedly, to just a restful scent that maybe you associate with relaxation, with calm, and with being less frightened, right? Seems small, seems too easy almost, but it can be super helpful. Now, another thing that is totally free is to exercise. When I'm feeling really anxious, I can find that just putting on an exercise video from YouTube — I have a ton of workout videos here on my channel if that helps you, for people with all different sorts of, back or neck problems, just general easy introductory ones, high intensity. I also have a lot of Pilates and yoga on here. So just finding a workout that works for you, putting on either a show that makes you happy or even just happy music, something joyful, right? Because it's about rewiring your brain, that when it goes into that fight or flight mode that triggers that immense anxiety and you go, it's about rewiring that brain and saying, hey brain, hey, I'm here, it's safe, everything's good, we don't need to have all this anxiety, right? So get in a workout and give yourself a good at least 20 minutes. It doesn't have to be something where at the end you go, oh my God, I need to sit down, right? It can be, if that's what you need, but it can also just be something that gets some endorphins naturally going, moves your body, which can help with aches and pains. If you have medical induced anxiety, it can be super helpful, right? Exercise is free. You don't need to buy any gear. You don't need to buy any special outfits. You don't need to go to a gym during all this craziness, right? It can just be as simple as a little home workout, right? Move some furniture around, scoot out a little spot in your rug. I generally am moving toys out of the way to get my workout in, and that's what matters, is just finding a space where you can move your body, get the endorphins going, and help rewire your brain over time for those peak anxiety moments or times during your day when you know that you're more likely to experience more intense anxiety. Now, a third thing that I love is, I have really found, and if you'd asked me before, I would have been much more skeptical, but herbalism. I have found really good techniques that are very affordable and cheap, by buying some bulk tea from a local herbalist or buying a tincture, and that's as cheap as $2 to $8 for like a month to 3 or 4 months supply. It depends what you're buying and how much you use. again, you want to talk to your doctor, you want to talk to your herbalist, you want to make sure that this isn't interacting with any medicine that you're on. I've really found that skullcap and hawthorn has worked well for me. Again, talk that over, make sure it's not anything that would be bad for your health, but I've found that that's been wonderful for reducing my anxiety. And if I'm really feeling peaked out, where like I'm a little worried I'm gonna panic attack, or when you feel that coming on, drinking some relaxation tea, hey my love, and taking some tinctures. The fog is rolling in at our house. It's actually very spooky. While I've been talking, I've been watching the fog rolling past the window. It's like a spooky ghost movie. Ooh, it's Spooktober's here.
No.
Wait, perhaps that's spooky. And that can be something.
Let me tell you.
Oh yeah, give me 1 second, my love. That even for kids that are experiencing anxiety, natural teas, a little bit of lavender and chamomile tea, a little bit of warm mint tea, right? Sometimes just the warmth and comfort and the routine, yes, love, of drinking warm tea can be relaxing for people of all ages. And the whole family is experiencing, for most of us, so much more anxiety than we would normally be, right? And that's okay to admit. That's okay to say, you know what, I need to change up my routine, and I need to find things that are going to work for us, that are not expensive, that don't kill the budget, and that are reasonable and easy to do, right? Because it's hard to change up your whole life just to try and reduce your anxiety. So these are all really inexpensive, cheap ways to, hack away at that anxiety and say, hey, anxiety, float away, float away. Oh yeah, you're exfoliating the anxiety out of your life. You're like, oh, I don't need this. And you're slowly rewiring your mind to associate more peaceful, relaxing things with your day-to-day life. And nothing's perfect, nothing works 100%, but it's so powerful to take little steps. And it doesn't have to be something that is the end-all be-all. It can just be small little helpful things that add up over time, right? So I hope, Biscuits, that some of these techniques work for you, and if they don't, they inspire you to look into your own life and think, boy, what are some natural and inexpensive and some easy to implement ways to reduce anxiety? Because there's nothing shameful or weak about being anxious or feeling panic or anxiety. It's a really natural part of being alive. And I think that the more we talk about it to each other, the more we feel that connection and community where we feel supported by one another, the easier it is to find ways to help ourselves. I'm going to see you in the next video, my loves. It would make my heart so happy if you clicked over through all the merch. I have a little link in the description box to my little shop where we have all our teas and mugs that are wonderful. If you're starting to shop and think about, oh, what are some affordable, budget-friendly gifts to give for the holidays? These are really fun mugs and teas that I design, and it makes me so happy to see you wearing them and drinking out of them and just enjoying them. It makes me so happy knowing that these vlogs about anxiety help you. I get so many beautiful messages, DMs on Instagram. It makes me really joyful to know that the things I create, the videos, the t-shirts, the books, that the things I create are helping you be happier and finding a little joy or a little bit of rest and relaxation in your life. It's a wonderful thing. Hey, don't go too batty, but if you do, there's always light hanging out near you. My brother will be proud of that punning. I'm going to see you in the next video. I love you all, Biscuits. Deep breath. All is well.